every comment, every setback. If it all gets under your skin, you're not just reacting, you're giving away your power. The truth is, the most unshakable people don't live problem-free lives. They've simply mastered how they respond. Now imagine this, moving through life with steady calm. No more spirals of overthinking, no more emotional outbursts, just quiet control. In this video, I'll show you how to train your mind to move as if nothing can shake you. Not to suppress what you feel, but to own it. To stop being ruled by emotion and start leading with presence. Because once you master this skill, nothing and no one will have power over you again. Mastering the nothing bothers me. Mindset. Life is noisy. Opinions, frustrations, setbacks, distractions come at you relentlessly. But strength isn't about blocking the world out. It's about moving through it, undisturbed. Picture yourself in a storm, wind howling, chaos all around, yet you unflinching, steady, still. This is what it means to embody emotional discipline, to detach your inner state from the outer world. Because the moment you let external events dictate your emotions, you give control to things that were never meant to define you. But when you remain centered, when you respond instead of react, you reclaim your power. And here's the shift. The world begins to respond to you. Calmness commands attention. Composure builds trust. Silence, when grounded in strength, speaks louder than words ever could. Think of the most powerful people in history. They didn't argue with every critic or react to every slight. They moved with clarity and restraint, as if they were anchored in something deeper than the moment. That is the essence of real power. Not noise, not reaction, but presence. Philosophers, leaders, thinkers, they all echo the same truth. Thought precedes action. What you focus on, you amplify. What you believe, you become. Master your thoughts, and you'll master your emotions. Master your emotions, and you'll master your life. When you react emotionally to everything around you, you give away your power. But when you cultivate a steady, resilient mind, one that doesn't flinch at provocation, the world begins to respond to you. Those who accomplish meaningful things in life understand this truth. Control your mind, and you begin to shape your reality. Imagine this. Someone insults you in public. Most would fire back, argue, defend themselves. But you smile. You walk away. Not out of weakness, but strength. Because when you don't give them the reaction they crave, you disarm them. And in that moment, you win, without ever needing to fight. This is quiet strength. The kind of strength that doesn't announce itself, but is felt by everyone in the room. The kind people notice, but can't quite explain. The same principle applies to failure, rejection, and disappointment. While most drown in frustration, those with emotional discipline take a different path. They pause, observe, adjust. They treat failure as feedback, not identity. They don't internalize defeat. They use it. And then they move forward, calm, focused, and clear. How do you reach that level of composure? It starts with training. Daily. Practice the pause. Before reacting, ask, does this moment truly deserve my energy? Is this reaction moving me closer to my purpose or pulling me away from it? The more you practice non-reaction, the stronger your emotional armor becomes. Not to block the world out, but to protect your peace. Visualization helps too. See yourself as composed, calm, unshaken. Reinforce that image often until it becomes second nature. Because what the mind rehearses, it eventually becomes. Let people wonder why nothing seems to rattle you. Let them ask how you stay so composed. Because in your quiet control lies your presence. And in that presence, your power. True power isn't about dominance. It's not about being the loudest in the room. It's about the calm that doesn't need to prove itself. The self-respect that doesn't chase validation. The silence that speaks volumes. Think of the people you respect most. They don't react impulsively. They don't let emotion take the lead. They listen. They assess. They respond with intention. Not because they don't feel anything, but because they've learned to master what they feel. Emotional detachment isn't about being numb. It's about not handing over your peace to everything that tries to disturb it. Picture yourself in a heated moment. Someone's pushing your buttons. You have two choices: react and give them control, or stay centered, knowing their words only have power if you allow it. This is what it means to protect your inner world, to treat your peace like something sacred. When you adopt this mindset, stress loses its grip, clarity sharpens, and life's problems stop feeling like wars to fight and become puzzles to solve. Remember this: thoughts shape reality, and what you choose to focus on, you invite more of into your life. If you let external chaos dictate your internal state, you become a servant to circumstance. But when you lead with discipline, you become the architect of your path. Consider the story of a man who lost everything: his business, his finances, his future as he knew it. Most would break, but he didn't, because he never identified with the loss. He saw it as a lesson, not a label. With that mindset, he rebuilt, stronger, wiser, because his true strength was never tied to what he had. It lived in how he thought. This is the essence of emotional detachment. It's not cold. It's not distant. It's clear. It's focused. It's free. Many never reach their goals, not because they lack ambition, but because they haven't yet mastered their emotions. They give up the moment doubt creeps in or frustration builds. But those who rise, they've trained their minds to see obstacles not as signs to stop, but as signals to grow. Detachment isn't about becoming indifferent. It's about becoming intentional. It's about staying rooted so life's winds can blow, but never move you. Master that, and you master everything. Emotional detachment doesn't mean you stop feeling. It means you no longer allow the outside world to control your inner state. You can still feel joy, sadness, even excitement, but you remain grounded. Your emotions serve you, not the other way around. To build this kind of control, start by observing yourself in emotionally charged moments. The next time someone insults you or provokes you, pause. Don't react. Just notice. Ask yourself, does this truly affect my life in any meaningful way? More often than not, the answer is no. And with that awareness, you take back your power. You stop giving others the ability to disturb your peace. Detachment also stems from purpose. When you have a clear vision for your life, petty distractions lose their grip on you. You stop wasting energy on things that don't align with your values. You begin to move differently, more intentionally, more powerfully. Because the truth is, the world eventually belongs to those who master themselves. While others panic, you stay calm. While others react, you respond. And that quiet difference, it's where real strength lives. True power isn't loud. It doesn't demand attention. It's a calm presence that commands respect, without ever needing to raise its voice. When you master emotional detachment, you don't just survive life's chaos, you shape it. Mindful indifference? A quiet superpower. We've been conditioned to believe we must care about everything. What people think, how they judge us, whether we're liked. But freedom begins the moment you realize most of it doesn't matter. Ask yourself, will this still matter in 5 years? If not, release it. Most of what we worry about, criticism, minor setbacks, fleeting embarrassment, becomes irrelevant with time. Yet we let it consume us. That's why mastering mindful indifference is so powerful. It's not about apathy. It's about discernment. It's knowing that your energy is limited and choosing not to waste it on what doesn't move you forward. Not every battle is worth fighting. Not every opinion deserves your attention. When you stop reacting to every small annoyance, you regain control. You stop living on autopilot. You become intentional, strategic. And that shift, it changes everything. Think about the people you admire most. They're not easily shaken. They're not caught up in drama or desperate for approval. They stand firm. They carry themselves with quiet certainty. And because of that, they're not easily manipulated. They don't bend to pressure. They lead by example. And when you begin living that way, something powerful happens. People respect you, not because you ask for it, but because you've become someone who doesn't need their validation. In a world where most are desperate to fit in, the person who is grounded in self-worth holds real influence. Consider a scenario where someone criticizes you unfairly. The reactive response is to defend, argue, or over-explain. But the strong, the grounded, stay silent. They see the insult for what it is, an attempt to provoke. And by not giving it life, they stay in control. That kind of self-respect doesn't need noise. It speaks for itself. The same applies to success. Those who achieve meaningful things don't waste time on distractions. They remain focused. They understand that every moment spent dwelling on the irrelevant is a moment stolen from their progress. Ask yourself, is this really worth my energy? More often than not, the answer will be no. Train your mind to let go of what doesn't serve you. This isn't weakness, it's wisdom. Another powerful shift is setting clear priorities. Define what truly matters: your purpose, your growth, your peace of mind. When you build a strong foundation of self-worth, the noise fades. The opinions of others no longer hold weight. You become untouchable, not because you're indifferent to everything, but because you care deeply about the right things. That's the truth most people miss. Power doesn't come from chasing approval. It comes from being unmoved by rejection. It's the strength to walk away from what drains you, to rise above petty conflict, and to stay focused in a world full of distraction. It's not about caring less. It's about caring wisely. Direct your energy with intention. Protect it like it matters, because it does. When you master this discipline, you don't just survive, you thrive. In a world where most people seek to be liked, the one who stands firm in their own self-worth will always rise above the rest. Stop seeking approval. Seeking approval is a trap. It gives away your power, your peace, your identity. It makes your worth conditional on someone else's opinion. But here's the truth. No one's judgment should ever outweigh your own. The moment you allow others to define you, you surrender control of your life. True confidence isn't handed to you. It's built through self-reliance, through the quiet courage of knowing you don't need permission to be yourself. Think of the most magnetic people you've encountered. They don't beg for validation. They don't shrink to fit in. They own who they are, flaws and all. That's their power. Their strength lies in a deep, unwavering sense of self. While others chase applause, they walk their path with purpose. The need for approval is rooted in fear. Fear of rejection, judgment, isolation. But the more you seek approval, the more you abandon yourself. And slowly, you become a prisoner of expectations, shaping yourself to meet the standards of people who often don't understand your journey. But freedom? It comes when you stop needing to be understood by everyone. Because no matter what you do, someone will disagree. Someone will criticize you. And many won't care at all. So why waste your time trying to please them? The people who shape the world aren't worried about fitting in. They're driven by something bigger: vision, purpose, and self-belief. They face criticism, but they don't flinch, because their confidence runs deeper than public opinion. If you want to escape the trap of approval, ask yourself, whose opinion really matters? Most of the time, The loudest critics are the least qualified to judge you. Their words only hold power if you give it to them. Another key step: learn to validate yourself, celebrate your growth, honor your effort, recognize your wins, no matter how small. When you know your own worth, you stop needing applause to feel worthy. You know you are. This isn't arrogance. It's alignment. It's self-respect. You no longer filter your words, your actions, or your dreams through the lens of someone else's expectations. You begin to live with boldness, with authenticity, with direction, and not everyone will understand. That's okay. The ones who truly matter will respect you, not because you sought their approval, but because you didn't need it. Handle criticism with clarity. Criticism is inevitable. How you handle it defines your strength. Most people crumble at the first sign of disapproval. They internalize every comment, allow it to shape their identity, and let it dictate their next move. But why? Criticism is just perspective. Words, opinions, often coming from people who don't walk your path. It only holds power if you hand it over. React emotionally and you lose control. Respond with clarity and you remain in charge. The strongest individuals filter criticism through logic, not emotion. They don't absorb everything. They assess, extract value, and discard the rest. No defensiveness, no overreaction, just quiet discernment. There are two types of criticism: constructive, which helps you grow, and destructive, which exists to tear you down. The wise learn to tell the difference. Keep what serves you. Let go of what doesn't. And never let someone's opinion shake your peace. Not all criticism is created equal. The kind worth listening to comes from those with experience, wisdom, and a genuine desire to see you grow. This is the type of feedback that can help you sharpen your craft, deepen your insight, and elevate your performance. But destructive criticism, that's different. It's often rooted in insecurity, jealousy, or misunderstanding. It's not about helping you improve, it's about pulling you down. And it only holds power if you internalize it. Picture a sculptor shaping a masterpiece. As he works, people gather. Some admire his vision. Some offer thoughtful suggestions. Others mock his efforts, ridiculing what they don't understand. Does the sculptor abandon his creation because of a few negative voices? Number. He continues, steady, focused, and guided by something deeper, his inner vision. That's how you must approach criticism. Every day is a chance to train, to stay calm when you want to react, to breathe when emotions rise, to choose stillness when everything tempts you toward noise. Most people are ruled by their emotions. They lash out, they spiral, they react without clarity. But those who train their minds, they lead. This is how warriors think. This is how grounded leaders move. They do not crumble under disappointment or lose themselves in insult. They stay anchored, unmoved. Their calm isn't performative, it's earned. Understand this. Mental strength is not built in grand gestures. It's forged in the small, quiet decisions you make every single day. It's waking up early when comfort calls you to sleep. It's remaining silent when ego pushes you to argue. It's pressing forward when the easier path is retreat. The mind, like any tool, sharpens through repetition. And one of the most important mental tools you can develop is detachment. To detach does not mean you do not care. It means you do not cling. It means you understand the difference between what is yours to control and what is not. You stop fighting the waves and instead learn to navigate through them. Imagine a storm. Most people are swept away by the chaos, flailing, frustrated, trying to change what cannot be changed. But those with calm minds remain still, rooted, letting the storm pass while they remain untouched at the center. They do not waste energy on what they cannot influence. They conserve it for what matters most, their response. And that response is shaped by discipline. The mind will always seek comfort, ease, the path of least resistance. That's why most never develop true strength. They fold, they drift, they distract themselves into stagnation. The answer is simple. You trained for this, you built this, and nothing can take it from you. True power moves quietly. It doesn't need to announce itself. It doesn't beg for recognition or chase applause. It simply acts and lets the results speak. The loudest voices in the room often mask the weakest minds. They seek validation, explain their every move, and perform for approval. But those who hold real power, they don't need to be seen. They don't need to be heard. They move with intention, not noise. If you want to be respected, stop explaining your plans. Stop seeking permission. Stop narrating every step of your journey. Just do the work. Quietly, relentlessly. Success is not built in conversation. It's built in discipline, in action, in solitude. The more you speak, the more you open yourself to doubt, resistance, and delay. But when you operate in silence, you move without resistance. No one sees you coming. And by the time they do, it's already done. Those with strength don't prove. They don't boast. They don't defend. They let their results carry the weight of their effort. When you stop seeking external validation, you become untouchable. You gain a kind of inner freedom, one that cannot be shaken by opinion, praise, or criticism. There's a reason the most impactful figures in history were not the loudest. They didn't announce their vision to those who wouldn't understand. They built, they created, they led, quietly. If you want to master this mindset, develop the discipline to remain private in your pursuits. Keep your ambition close. Work without applause. Let others wonder what you're up to. Because the less they know, the more control you have. Silence is not passivity. It is precision. It forces others to speculate, to question, to fill in the gaps. And in that uncertainty, you hold the advantage. When you do choose to speak, your words carry weight. Not because you demand attention, but because people know you only speak when it matters. In a world addicted to attention, become the one who doesn't seek it. While others chase applause, chase mastery. While they try to appear successful, focus on becoming it. This is the difference between those who talk about doing great things and those who quietly do them. If you feel the urge to explain yourself, resist. If you want to show your progress, let your results speak. And when people finally notice, when they ask how you did it, how nothing seems to disturb your focus, you'll smile quietly. Because you'll know, you mastered the game, not by announcing it, but by living it, without saying a word.